The city of Bayswater is home to one of the most historic olive trees. It was planted in the early 1800s and is part of a plan to establish a tree register. Chris Cornish says it's all to do with safeguarding Bayswater's heritage.
It's considered to be the oldest remnant of European habitation in the area. It was planted around the 1850s, and then in the 1890s it became the first Christian meeting place in the area. Before everyone had to travel to the churches in Perth, they decided to meet under that olive tree. Then in the 1930s, with the Italians moving into the area, they started meeting there for their communal olive harvest, and pretty much in the late 1800s and early 1900s, the tree was considered a landmark. So the area was identified by that tree, the olive tree near the river.
Bayswater is set to follow suit as the city of Mandurah, Cockburn, South Perth and Bassendean have already introduced a tree register protecting trees of significance.
And that significance might be due to age, or it could be because of the streetscape appeal, the effect it has on the amenity of the area. Some local governments have a height, so it could be any tree over 4 metres high or with a circumference of more than 2 metres becomes a significant tree.
The proposal of the tree register comes as a bid to protect and expand Bayswater's current tree canopy coverage, including the olive tree, which was severely cut back over a decade ago.
There hasn't been a big push saying, let's get this tree on the significant tree register, but there is a big push saying, let's have a significant tree register. There's a lot of people in the public saying, where are the trees going? A development occurs and the street tree ends up being cut down because that's where the new driveway is going to be. And people are getting sick and tired of that. And so there is certainly a drive to have a significant tree register and to start protecting the tree stock.
Sitting at just 13.2%, Bayswater's tree coverage is one of the lowest in the state. According to Chris Cornish, the expansion of the tree canopy is critical as it helps to reduce the environmental phenomenon known as the urban heat island effect.
But if the other good reason is the urban heat island effect, that's a real problem where temperatures are increasing by 4 or 5 degrees than they otherwise would be because of the infrastructure. So basically, roads and pavements absorb heat and then radiate that heat back out. Trees provide shade over the infrastructure, so that doesn't occur. Trees provide evapotranspiration, which cools the air through the water flow through the leaves, and leaves reflect the heat. So trees are a fundamental method of combating the urban heat island effect.
The implementation of the tree register has also brought up debate amongst council members, as factors such as cost, definition of significance and legality have to be considered before plans go ahead.
Well, currently the last council resolution was for the staff to investigate further the options, and some of those investigations will involve the legality, because an option is the significant tree register to include trees on private land, which is obviously could become a controversial issue. The implementation of it, the cost of implementing it, and also how to define significant. Is it from height, from circumference, or any other factor? So that's what needs to be looked into, fine-tuned, before we progress.
The motion for debate of mitigating the urban heat island effect whilst expanding tree coverage will come up for debate in September. I'm Melissa Blom reporting for Undercurrent.